Just over 20 years ago, Bristol City Council made a very far-sighted decision to close the dual carriageway which used to run through the middle of Queen Square and create the public space that we know and love today. A few months later, they did the same with College Green. But since then, relatively little progress has been made. Congestion and air pollution remain a serious problem in Bristol city centre. One study has estimated that breathing the air in Bristol city centre is like smoking 27 cigarettes a day. Many other cities have done much better, freeing their city centres from the dominance of traffic and creating public spaces for everyone to share. These are a couple of European examples from Groningen in the Netherlands and Freiburg in Germany. Closer to home, our neighbours in Bath have gradually extended the space available to the public by diverting through traffic away from their city centre. This is what we would like to see more of in Bristol. So how would it work? Well, looking at other cities, it seems there are several ways this could be done, which is why we have decided to make a declaration of principles rather than setting out a specific scheme. This is what we mean by the central area of Bristol. Within this area, we would like to see a mixture of quiet streets, new public spaces, some new pedestrianised areas. And just to be clear, we are not suggesting that this area should be closed to cars. Everyone would still be able to drive to all the same places that they're able to drive at the moment. The only difference would be that drivers wanting to go from north to south Bristol or from east to west, instead of going through the centre, would need to go round. In fact, the road around the perimeter of this area is already signposted for through traffic, so there's no great change as implied there. Within this area, we believe that some streets may be suitable for pedestrianisation or for the extension of pedestrianised areas. The area around Corn Street could be one example. It's important when this is done to continue to maintain access for deliveries, for emergency vehicles and so on, and also to ensure that pedestrianisation does not cut off through routes for cyclists. Change in Bristol is more likely to be gradual than sudden. Here is one example of how the area around the harbour side could be remodelled. This was actually proposed by the councillor with responsibility for transport in 2009. Another possibility is to use bridges as filtering points, so maintaining access for pedestrians, cyclists and buses, but not to general traffic, as on Pulteney Bridge in Bath. But wouldn't removing those through routes cause gridlock on the ring road around the outside? This is what a lot of people imagine would happen. But cities which have tried these measures have found that in fact that did not occur. There are several reasons for this. People tend to change their trip patterns. Some choose to travel by other means. Overall, it seems that these types of measures reduce traffic, not just in the city centre, but across the city as a whole. Our evidence page includes a link to a research paper which explains more about this. The perfect solution to traffic in cities probably doesn't exist. There will always be a tension between people seeking access to streets in motor vehicles and people seeking to use those same streets for walking, for cycling, for work and for play. We believe the balance in Bristol over the years has shifted too far in favour of motor traffic. We believe it can be changed for the better. If you agree with us, why not join our mailing list and join the campaign to bring a living heart back to the centre of Bristol?